This problem is from Untitled Chapter 2, and it'll be a Section 3 problem in the homework. Let's just look at it. Okay, so it says here to identify the numerator and denominator of the following number. All right, so pretty straightforward, but let's look at it on the pad for a second and make sure we're all understanding the concepts. So remember now that the fraction consists of two values. And what we're doing here is we're trying to establish a relationship between two whole numbers in a relationship where the classical definition of a fraction is that the denominator, this value, tells you how many items that it takes to make an entire object, or how many pieces it takes to make a whole, if I can use that terminology. And the numerator is the number that you have. So simple idea. If I tell you that here are three objects, and one of them is shaded, then this would be a representation of the fraction 1/3. If I were to tell you that I have one entire object and I divide it into three pieces, three equally sized pieces, and I shade one of them, this would also be a way to represent 1/3. Now, a lot of times the examples are going to use circles, and circles are a little harder to do, right? Circles are a little harder to do. But we have this circle, and give me credit for trying. This circle has three parts, 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to shade one of them, and this would be 1/3. So just terminology, the top number is the numerator, which counts how many of the items you have. In this case, we have 1/3, 1/3, and 1/3. So let's go back to math cell and see what it wants. The numerator value is 1. Okay, great. Well, that was pretty easy. Let's see if we can, oh, the denominator is 3. All right, so that was check answer. And so we have the next question. Let's see what the next question looks like. It probably might be the similar. Now, here's one. Just notice this. Now, let's see if we can do this one together, and then I'm going to just kind of sketch it out on my pad. And you notice that we have a picture here of a distance and a dimension that they're referring to as 1 yard. And please notice that this particular dimension, 1 yard, has been divided up into some distinct parts. And let me just see if I can duplicate that on my pad over here. I need to see how many parts we've got all together. So you help me count them. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 parts, 8 sections there, right? Okay, so let's see if we can do that together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not bad, right? Not bad. Not as neat as a math Excel, but not bad. Now, if I go back to the picture we had on Math Excel, how many of these are shaded? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, how many of them were shaded? Okay, I won't shade as neat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I still have these distinct groupings here. And I had altogether, I had 8. Altogether, I had 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 were shaded. So if I go back to Math Excel, you count them with me again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The shaded part of the object written as a fraction is written as a fraction. How many were shaded? 5. How many are there all together, including the shaded and the unshaded? Altogether, there are 8. Okay, so 5/8. Nice work, it says. Now here's one other, and I'm going to end this video because I like to keep these videos somewhat short so that we don't lose patience with ourselves trying to watch these videos. But this one is a triangle. Notice it's a three-sided figure, a triangle, and it's been divided into, well, it's been divided into some smaller triangles. Isn't that nice? Let's see if I can repeat that on my pad. Not as neat as they did. And, all right, so I've got me a drawing on my pad, and we'll do it together. You ready? So here we go. Here's my entire triangle. And how many smaller triangles are there in here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Altogether, there are 4. How many of them are shaded? 1. Okay, 1 out of 4. And what is the fraction represented by the shaded part? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 out of 4. Okay, and they want us to use this. So we're going to put 1, 4. Check our answer. We did a good job. I think we'll stop this here and pick up some other problems on the next video.